Music. Why I read this article by Joe Hennigan on his website called Joe, and the article is called "The Top 10 Most Iconic Songs of All Times." Now,
According to what?
no, according to record sales,
Oh, top 10 most sold
according
music.
to most sold
Okay.
music,
Okay.
most used music
Okay.
in videos, most used music in movies, most requested songs. He took all that into consideration. All right, here we go. Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I know who Nirvana is. I can't say that I know that song. If you played it, I might recognize it. Imagine by John Lennon. Totally can get that one. And that song has been covered several times. One by U2. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Totally get that. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Totally get that. Hey Jude by the Beatles. Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Rolling Stones. God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
And you Google that. What did you Google when you found
No, I was just looking around at music to find something
it?
to talk about for this
Because
week.
I typed in the greatest songs of all times, and that's exactly what popped up. That same list that you just said.
Yes, see, I didn't search that. I typed in music news
Mm-hmm.
and I did that.
Google is biased.
You think?
Mm-hmm. If we typed in two
But
different things and it
I
came up with the same thing, there, the greatest band of all time.
well, another thing that I
According to
know.
what though? How can Rolling Stones be the greatest band? They're a great band, but how can they be the greatest? According to what?
Oh,
Because
well, click it and find
you
out.
got Earth, Wind and Fire, you got Stevie Wonder.
Well, Stevie Wonder's not a band,
He's doesn't play by himself.
but he can play all the instruments.
But he can play. Did you know I was listening to Elton John? Guess that's why they call it the blues.
And I guess that's why they call it the
And then Stevie Wonder
blues.
get in there, do 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 do.
He's on there?
Right. That's what I'm saying. This cat
No,
is
he's not
ignorant.
on there.
Stevie Wonder has. I hate that he has to die in order for us to figure out, what
No, no,
he's
no, no,
done.
no,
He
no, no.
played the harmonica in it.
Oh, okay.
Tore
All
it up.
right. All right. Okay.
Tore it
All
up.
right. All right. All right. All right.
Just like he did with Shaka Khan. And I
Which
heard it
one?
start. Baby, baby, when I'm with
Baby,
you.
baby, when I look at
Now he
you.
came in. He was in L.A. that at the
Yes.
time. She said he came in and he played, and he just.
Mm.
Oh no!
He is a
I think Stevie
Stevie.
Wonder
Hats
is the
off to you,
greatest musician of
genius.
all
Did I tell
time.
you? I
Period.
probably have told you this, and I'll tell you again. I was fortunate enough to see him in concert. It was called Stevie Under the Stars, and I saw him at the Greek Theater in
That's a
L.A.
good place to see somebody.
Oh my word! And his daughter
Mm,
performed, so she actually she was one of his backup singers,
hmm
and she came and sat down on the piano bench next to him when he sang "Isn't She Lovely."
mm. And he sung it to her because that was written about her.
Yes. Oh, that was a beautiful. And he's quite um um the word is escaping me. Philanthropist. He really gives back to people into communities. A lot of people he downplays that, he doesn't boast about it, but I was reading and someone had mentioned an article that they read about him, and so I started looking up his work that he does giving back, and multiple
Yeah,
communities help.
and he doesn't have to be
Nope.
known for it. He just does it. Like I said, he just a. I couldn't even imagine the if you got you some headphones, some Sennheisers.
Oh,
Don't get no Dre Beats, and put some Sennheisers on.
I don't think Dre would like you telling me not to get Dre beats.
Okay, get Dre's Beat, whatever
Trying to
kind
take
you want.
who's Sim Heiser? Who's getting the money if I go buy those?
You right though. You right. Buy Dre's Beats.
Okay.
Forget
I don't think.
Sennheisers.
Okay, just first of all, I ain't buying nothing for $250 to go on my ears.
I know,
Just
right?
saying, Tesla.
Yeah, might get bopped upside the head for those. But yeah, put on some good headphones, whatever kind you have. If they
Mm.
the bubblegum ones from the 99-cent store, whatever, and listen to Stevie Wonder in some headphones. You get a
Stevie
different
Wonder's
appreciative.
songs in the key of life.
Just listen to just
A
listen to him
double
for a minute.
album.
Just listen
Mm,
and realize that he's been doing it since he was a kid. He
yes,
wasn't always
like
blind.
9. I know he was not born blind.
How would you describe the color blue, for instance, any just random color to a blind person?
I actually saw this movie and
Random.
right, random. I saw a movie and it was about a boy and girl who were kind of dating. One of them was blind, I couldn't remember who. And the person who was not blind was having a conversation with the blind person about how they didn't understand colors. So they thought of a way to try to communicate synesthetically what colors were. So they gave him something hot, not something that would burn them, but something hot and said, "This is the color red." And so they gave him something cool and said, "This is the color blue." And so they went through the process of trying to help them feel colors. So,
Good. That's good.
yeah.
That's good. Way better than I would have thought. So
Oh.
I've been like blueberries. Well, I've never seen a blueberry. Okay, well,
Have you
they
tasted a
sweet.
blueberry?
So you can smell. I guess I would probably would go there because I would say smell. So that's kind of along with the
Right.
feel. So we use your other senses to describe.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you make a good
Yes.
teacher for the
And I think for
blind.
yellow, they took them outside and they felt the sunshine.
Very
And they're like,
nice.
"That's yellow."
Very nice.
Just not out here. The sunshine out here is like red.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of August, the sunshine is red.
Okay.
But right now, on a nice day where it's 70, 72, the sun on you would be
Okay.
yellow.
What about fuchsia?
Ah!
What about beige? What What about
Bitch, look
plaid?
like this. Sit inside.
That's beige.
That's beige.
Oh, just don't move. That's beige. Oh, that's
Don't hear
horrible.
anything. Don't
Oh,
see anything. We can't see 'cause you're blind. But
oh.
don't hear anything. Don't taste anything. Don't touch anything. That's beige.
So Stevie's he's got to see it one time, and then for him to
But he
have
was a baby
a
when he lost his
connection.
sight.
I thought he got to like 7.447 when he
I
lost
believe,
it.
if I'm remembering
Mhm.
correctly, he had to go into some oxygen tank, and the oxygen was up too high, and he lost his sight.
Mm.
I think.
Well, he used all his other senses to create some of the greatest music of all time. All the other ones on the list: the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, the Eagles, Aerosmith,
Yes, he was
Queen,
born 6 weeks
and the
premature.
Beach Boys.
He was born
I would
six
agree.
weeks premature, and
Yeah.
along with the oxygen-rich environment in the hospital incubator, resulted in retinopathy,
Uh-huh.
or ROP, retinopathy of prematurity, a condition in which the growth of the eyes is absorbed and causes the retinas to detach. So he became blind. So he was a baby, yeah.
But my question would be for all these groups that I just named, would they be over to be able to switch over out of their comfortable element, out of their music genre,
Mm,
and still make something meaningful like a Stevie Wonder or a
mm.
Prince or somebody that can come out of their musical shell and go into something different, like Prince wrote that song for Sinead O'Connor, and
Which one was that?
um,
Uh, Shoot. I think I know what you're talking about, but it's
it's been living
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
16
yeah. Nothing
days.
compares to you. Yes, 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 yes,
So that's
yes.
a musician to me. It's people that can do that. The
Because
Beatles,
it's about the music, not
love Paul
just, yeah.
McCartney, yeah, because it's about music.
It's
And if you
about the
just stick
words and the
in
lyrics. Yeah.
one genre, then you're pretty much just doing enough to say, you know what, I'm a pop artist. I can do this. But
Right.
if you can switch over into other
Mhm.
genres and get it
Right.
done, which brings me again, random, to this guy who made this country song, and it's about riding a horse, but it's more of a hip
Right, right,
hop.
right, right, right. He's a rapper and he
Hmm.
was challenged to do a country song.
Hmm.
Yes, my daughter
And he
played
did
that
it, and
song in
it
there.
climbed the country charts.
Crazy, right?
But once they found out who he was, they took him off the country charts.
That's crazy.
Now that's
That's you
that
telling me something right there.
that's
I'm just saying.
it's
You
their
telling me
charts.
something.
It's whoever owns the charts. It's their charts. You can put whoever you want on and off, and that's why I don't follow any of these charts.
Yeah, but the
Period.
whole
You can't do that. Talking about the popular vote and people like
uh
this stuff, they're gonna
yeah.
like his music until they find out who he is, and it's like, okay, we don't like him. We don't even
Mm,
know him, right?
I agree.
It's like Hootie and the
Hood
Blowfish.
who?
Hootie got done for that a lot. Listen to some of his conversations. But
Mm.
anyway, yeah, I like the Beach Boys, and I think we're pretty much, going to round it up. Queen got some good songs. Aerosmith, the Eagles, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Rolling
The
Stones, like the
Eagles,
Rolling
love me some
Stones,
Eagles.
Beatles. But like I said, I would like to see any of those bands
Step
switch
out of
over.
their
Yeah,
genre in which
yeah,
they're
just
known.
switch over into something that you don't normally do, and make it as epic. And that's
Mm.
that's my take on it.